Hey everybody, this is Minion Soldier, and I'm taking another look at Armored Warfare here. Now, I know that most people who are subbed to this channel are watching it for Star Citizen videos, and probably not a lot of people who are interested in Armored Warfare. But if you are at all interested in Armored Warfare, I think that you may want to play this week because one, it's a free-to-play game. All you have to do is download it, and it's early access, but it's in pretty decent shape and it's moving along nicely. But right now, this week, they're having an event called Wolfie's Gold Rush, which in the North American time zone, or specifically in the Pacific time zone between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m., if you play 5 PvP or 5 PvE games, regardless of tier or whatnot, you will be getting a 400% experience bonus and 100% credits bonus during that time frame. And for every day that you play consecutively up until Saturday this week, which is, I believe, the 22nd. I'll have to go back and check that. I'll put it in after, but basically you're going to get a stacking gold bonus. So if you do all 6 days in a row, you're going to get 3,000 gold, which is roughly ballpark around $15 worth of gold for free in this game. So you can use that to customize your tanks or trade in, kind of like banked experience to help get yourself up to the next tank, or just trade it in for straight cash to buy another tank. So it's a pretty decent bonus event, but for those of you who are curious about what Armored Warfare is like and want to see a game and have never watched a game of it, this is my BMPT Terminator, and I'm going to take it into a game with you guys and show you a little bit of what Armored Warfare is all about, at least the PvE mode, because, honestly, that's what I enjoy to play. So here we go, let's get into a battle. Okay, I've just double checked the times. It is Monday the 15th, which is today, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then every day until Saturday the 20th from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Adjust that for your time zone. You will be able to earn 400% experience and 100% extra gold, and for each consecutive day that you play, you will earn a stacking gold bonus up to 3,000 gold, which will be awarded to you on the 22nd. Now, as you can see, I'm driving around in my BMPT Terminator. This thing is armed with twin 30mm autocannons and 4 missiles in the ready rack up top. So this thing is a pretty tough customer. Now, the beginning of this match isn't exactly the best, but it turns out really good in the end. And I'm sorry, I hurried to get this video together so I could get this out there for you guys. If you're in the European time zone, this event may have already started, which is another reason why I'm trying to rush this, so I can get this out to you guys so you can see it. But it actually is a pretty fun game, and the PvE mode is actually, it's pretty decent. It's still a little rough, it needs work, but like I said, this is basically, this is an open beta, and this is a true open beta. This isn't a soft launch. This is a game, very much still in development and very much still in flux. And the developers have pretty much been listening to the community a fair amount. Now, have improvements to the game been coming as quickly as, members of the community would like? Ideally, probably not, but, once again, that's kind of like an ideal that we would measure in our opinions versus the developers who actually have to do the work to bring the game to fruition. And so, they're pretty responsive on the forums. They listen to player opinions, and, they do tackle issues. I mean, there are some bugs in the game. I currently have a bug where I can't seem to unlock Desert Camo, and there's supposed to be a patch, I guess, in the next week or two. 0.13, which is going to correct that issue, and plus alleviate some of the problems supposedly with the credit earnings in PVE. But overall, it is a fun game to play, and I have been enjoying it a fair amount. I mean, I wouldn't have unlocked 2 tier 9 tanks so far in this game had I not been enjoying it, and I think that's a real testament to the game, is if I'm willing to grind in a game, then it's got to be a good game, because I'm notorious for starting games and going, no, don't like it, and then just throwing it away. My Steam account is pretty brutal. There you can see, I just basically, as soon as my autocannons ran out of ammo on this tank, I swapped to the missiles, unloaded all my missiles and then swapped back to my autocannons, which were already reloaded. Now this tank is no longer available, the BMPT Terminator. This tank was only sold with the Lord of War Early Access Pack back in the spring. But you can buy a Tier 8 version of this, which is basically the... What is it? The... oh, man. I forget the name of it. I'll flash it up on screen as soon as I'm done editing the video. But there's also the BMPT 72, which is more or less the same idea, just a more modern version of it. And they are, you know, they're really cool tanks and equally as destructive. Little bit of a grind to get to, but still, overall, if they're anything like this, then they're easily worth the grind, because this thing is just a monster, as you're going to see by the score tally at the end. Now, basically, a lot of these missions in PVE are fairly simple right now. Basically, you're just kind of acting as a PMC in this fictional world. You know, liberating ports, you know, defeating terrorist organizations, that sort of thing. They're all very limited missions, but there is supposed to be a much more broad and much more storytelling mission format coming up in the near future, and this is just the very first iteration in the framework of what PvE will become. Which is, you know, something that I always missed in World of Tanks was, you know, sometimes you just kind of don't always just want to get into these PvP arena mode type matches, which can be kind of frustrating at times, especially when your team kind of derps out and you lose out on, you know, a lot of points. But, you know, even for all its issues, I have to say I have been enjoying it. And, you know, I think, you know, what I'll do is during this week I'm going to kind of show off some of the tanks I've unlocked, and just to give you guys a better idea of what the battles are like and what the game is like, I'll just throw in some extra videos this week and just show off this game, because it is a game that I very much enjoy. And who doesn't enjoy using 30mm chain guns to tear apart enemy armored vehicles? There's a certain magic to it that I just can't describe. Enemy destroyed. So if you're at all interested, I mean, it's, you know, once again, it's free to play. Of course, it's a, you know, it's a very basic mouse and keyboard game. Nothing fancy really required to play it, other than a reasonable internet connection and willingness to download the client. And it's free, so really, what do you got to lose? And you walk away with 3,000 gold at the end of it. I think it's pretty worthwhile. Also, much like World of Tanks, you know, on certain bonus events, they do stuff like this, like giving away gold, or, you know, sometimes they give away low-tiered premium tanks. It's, you know, it's a pretty generous company, and it's a pretty fun game and definitely worth checking out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this isn't the standard fare and what you guys are looking forward to when you sub to this channel, but it's a little something extra that, you know, maybe down your alley, something that you may want to see. And with this bonus event right now, I mean, we had a very small version of this bonus event over the last weekend, and I was able to unlock the Challenger 2 tank and finish that grind in just about one day. And that was pretty epic. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this look at Armored Warfare. And thanks for watching.